Welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic.
And you're
And we want to punch Jim Cornette in the face repeatedly until he bleeds because he's stupid. We'll see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.
What? We're live! Woo! We're live! Woo! I think we should just start every time like that. No professional, nothing. Just woo! I think we should start everything like that. Alright, so we got Hardy's Revenge on TNA Impact Wrestling for 4, 5, 16. I'm not talking about the other Hardy's Revenge where Hardy fell off the cage and almost like killed himself. No, I'm talking about this one where Hardy might have actually got some revenge. Maybe. This was like doubly Hardy Revenge. This was like freaking Matt Hardy's Revenge, and then Jeff Hardy's Revenge, and then Jeff Hardy gets some more. Anyway, let's jump into this show. We started out. Let's just jump into the promos, actually. You know, I'm going to keep this going. I like it. Promos and video packages. The first video package we had was on the happenings last week, bringing us to Revenge. Not only Hardy's Revenge, but Revenge in general. But Matt Hardy likes to say that everything's his. So it was Hardy's Revenge. And also, we found out that there may be a crooked authority figure with Maria and Dixie, or Maria and Gail, kind of how they got their number one contenders matches for their respective representatives, I guess you could say. There's a lot of R's in that sentence. But there might be a crooked authority figure, so that's something, and it's probably Al Snow, because, you know, look at it. But anyway, let's just go to Casey. Thoughts on those two promos / backstage video things?
I don't care, really. I want to see Maria in the ring because, I mean, he's gotten better since since back in like her WWE days. They just don't show it in TNA. Like, give her a match.
They're waiting. They're waiting so it can be a big thing. She's the savior, the queen, the whatever other authority figure that I can't think of right now. She's that. She's a special attraction, like Brock something.
No, she's not. She's not.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Rabbit, any thoughts on, if I don't clicking on this point, any thoughts on the video package that got us into this week and the crooked authority figure that we might just have?
No, not really, no.
All right. Let's jump into the next part of video packages, maybe promos, maybe backstage segments. I'm not really sure yet. Pope cut a nice promo on Lashley and kind of a fight he was born for. EC3 kind of put it in the back of Tyrus's mind that karma is a karma. And then we'd have another EC3 segment where he would call Mike Bennett out. We would get a nice passionate promo from Mike Bennett. Bennett decides to save his fight for next week, and then we end up getting a fight anyway. That runs into the backstage area. Pretty cool little fight segment. I liked it. Casey, thoughts on those things? I'm sure you won't remember them because I don't remember them.
Yeah. See, when I do this, I go one at a time. I don't talk about 4 different things and then go, hey, what are your thoughts on those 7 things?
Hey, they all connect.
Anyway, I know it was EC3 and
so we got EC3 and him brawling with Mike Bennett and the Mike Bennett promo. Just talk about that one, because multitasking. Anyway.
Well, first off, Hope, I was excited. It's been a couple years since we've seen Hope in the ring, so I was excited. I was a little bit nervous just because, ring rust and everything like that. If you've been out of the ring for as long as he has, obviously your first match back isn't going to be the best. So I like that it was more just a fight rather than really a match. But I hope he's more in ring now. I hope they actually, signed him to a talent contract. Um, as far as EC3 and Bennett and EC3 in like 16 different storylines, and I can't keep track anymore. Um, I don't know. It was a cool backstage segment with the, fighting backstage that we don't really get to see as much anymore in wrestling, it feels like. But did anyone else notice when they went out to like the garage area, there was conveniently a car with the trunk open. I was like, I wonder if that was staged. Good job, TNA. Yeah, it was good. It got the fans that are excited about like backstage fights and stuff. It gave them what they wanted, and hopefully, I think it'll be a good feud. I think they can put on a good feud together and good matches and stuff.
Alrighty, Rapid. Any thoughts on the Poe promo? Let's just start with that one.
I like the girl there, but the only thing I don't like is his name, Josh Matthews. He keep calling EC3 the ass kicking machine. I'm like, where are you getting that from? He just keep calling him the ass kicking machine.
I agree. I want the hardcore American Icon back, personally.
No, that sounds better than the ass kicking machine. There ain't no ass kicking machine. Where that's coming from? You keep throwing that out, and then he going up against Lashley, and you calling him the ass kicking machine. You see what I'm saying? He don't even look right. When him and Lashley go up against each other, that's what I want to see right there. But I don't like Miracle. I was seeing him in the ring. His mic skills good though. He got good mic skills. But overall, the physical presence and in-ring ability, I ain't feeling Miracle at all. Not even a little bit. But his presence, he got the stage, he got the presence and all that stuff down pat. But he lacking in the other stuff, man. I don't like his wrestling at all. I ain't like none of his wrestling. I done seen about 4 matches now in TNA. I ain't liking none of those. So I'm not seeing nothing special about him. It just seems like he's just a glorified jobber or something, man, to me. You know?
I think the image is actually what makes me feel like he's not a glorified jobber, like the image he portrays, because you can, like the in the ring stuff, I know you don't necessarily like it, but I feel like even like it kind of appeals to some people and it doesn't appeal to everybody, because I feel like the presence that they've like displayed for him actually has built him up very well. What do you think about it?
You talking about character-wise?
I'm talking about Mike Bennett, the Miracle.
Yeah, you talking about his character?
Yeah, like I think the character, like you said, that it seems like he's a bona fide jobber, but I think the character they've built for him as like this big savior and whatnot honestly helps, maybe what he lacks in ring, or what some people may think he lacks in ring. Casey, any thoughts on that real quick?
I definitely I kind of agree with that. I mean, I like the character. I like, how him and Maria work off each other. I mean, obviously they're married, so they're gonna work off really well together. They're gonna have that chemistry. I think he carries the character more. I think her on the mic carries it more than he does. I think if he didn't have her, it would fall flat. Period.
Oh yes.
In ring wise, he's okay. I think if you look back into his like Ring of Honor stuff in the Kingdom, he was obviously in the back. It was Cole and Taven were much better in ring, and I feel like they kind of just needed that third guy, and Bennett was that guy. Not to say that he's bad. I don't think he's necessarily bad. He's just out of really good wrestlers. Okay.
Alrighty. So now that I kind of get the blueprint of my own strategy that I'm really bad at, I'm gonna go to the I'm gonna go to the next backstage segment, which was a Spud talking to Tyrus, It was hilarious. Spud talking to Tyrus. He's like, I get it. I see what you're gonna do. I see you're gonna hand the title over to Matt. You know what? I got a plan. And I think Spud's one of those guys who got like foolproof plans. Like they can't be fooled. So Tyrus tearing it up and messing up that hard work that Spud did. I think that's unfortunate. Honestly, I think it was foolproof. I think it was gonna work, and I think it was gonna give the title back to the icon Matt Hardy. I'm gonna say that every moment I can, Casey. Every moment, baby. Anyway, Casey, thoughts on Spud and the plan? Foolproof.
I kind of wanted to see the plan. I wanted to see, was it written out? Was it like a diagram? Was it like a mousetrap thing where you draw the mouse and then you draw the trap? I don't know. I feel like, and it was on like a crumbled up piece of notebook paper. Like, the man can't afford I don't know, a tablet or something. Like, come on. He needs to pay him more.
All right, Rabbit, thoughts?
Nah.
All right. Let's get into the next segment, which is I don't really want to talk about the Drew Galloway promo. I'm just gonna skip to Shane Helms and Trevor Lee. Shane Helms talking to Eddie Edwards about joining forces. Eddie Edwards doesn't want to do that, and there might be some trouble soon for Eddie Edwards. I kind of liked, who was it? Shane Helms. I don't know what it was, but when he took the jacket off and he had like the sleeveless shirt and whatnot, I was like, okay, Shane, okay, Hurricane, okay, I see. I was kind of hyped, but nonetheless, don't tell me, Joshua Matthews, quit telling me that this man is saving the X Division when I ain't seen him do nothing. Okay. I'm just saying. I just need Josh Matthews to tell me he a savior when he ain't even defended the title since he beat Tigre Uno.
Tigre what?
Tigre Uni. Whatever. Casey, thoughts on Shane Helms and the savior and whatnot?
Tigre Uni. I don't know. I was excited about it. I was like, maybe we might see. I don't know. I felt like it really didn't set up much of anything, though. Like, we might get a match. We might get this. We might get that. I just don't like that they're building up this Davey Richards injury. I mean, it is a pretty bad injury. I mean, his girlfriend, had a baby come out of her vagina.
I'm pretty sure he actually is injured though. It's like a legit thing. Like she did have a baby, but he's injured too. I saw it in the news.
I don't think so.
I think he's. I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm looking it up now.
Because I thought TNA got over its curse of the.
It didn't. They didn't actually. That's hard to do.
He got hurt in the pay-per-view, right?
What are you saying?
I think he got hurt in the pay-per-view.
Yeah, he's actually hurt. I saw something about it too. Because I agreed with Casey. I was like, now Angelina just had a baby. He trying to comfort her and whatnot. But then I've seen some articles about the injury. I just haven't read them because I was like, oh, it must have been real. There's no need to read into this. But I guess I will have to, Casey. Anyway, Rabbit, his thoughts?
The guy, what's his name Lee? I like him. When he was with Jeff Jordan, he only came on like one time with Jeff Jordan. But every time he came on there, he won a belt. But I didn't know he was that young. They say he was 21 years old? 21, 22 years old? Man, I like him, man. He got nice. Man, he nice inside the ring. Mike, I don't hear him talk too much on the mic. I don't see no type of stage presence or none of that. But as far as in the ring, he real stiff, physical. I like him. I like him in the ring. So I like his future. And the fact that my man in that joint with that bright green, my man said he look like you got a big booger joint on. My man poop. He can come out with his bright green jacket, man, the real beast though. Once he get in that ring, man. Oh, that would be nice. Once he get in the ring, him and Eddie Edwards and all them, they by the right size and right range, weight range and everything. They're going to be nice once they get unleashed. I don't think it should be like tag teams or nothing like that. But I think they all should be in going up against for the X Division title. For real.
Yeah,
Because Eddie Edwards is a single, and I don't think he got his chance yet.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be real good. That's what I was hoping it was actually setting up, like something where Eddie Edwards does agree to team with him, and then we get like that kind of official heel turn from Shane Helms, because like he kind of turned heel, and then we didn't really know it. I thought we was gonna get him teaming up with turn on him. Yeah. But next,
in the ring, Shane Helms a cold beast.
Oh yeah,
cold beast.
I love him in the ring. Next and finally, we got a Matt Hardy promo. I didn't catch anything from this, but that his wife gets 4 pedicures.
Iconic.
Like, the only thing I caught from this was that Rebby gets 4 pedicures a week. I was like, what kind of toes do you have to get 4 pedicures? I'm just saying. But Tyra Sully approaches, kind of little, maybe foreshadowing for him to cash in his Bound for Gold shot. I'm glad they finally brought that back up because, I kind of like when that happens, when they kind of like, oh, we're going to act like you never won this. So then when you win it, it's a surprise. I kind of like that.
Yeah. That's why I like the Feast of Fire. Because once you have the briefcases, you can pop them out at any time. People that forgot about him and everything, you just pop out with the briefcases, and now you champion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I like that.
I think that's the difference between like WWE and TNA. Like WWE's version with the Money in the Bank, like you carry that thing everywhere. You carry it to the airport, you sleep with it. You carry it to the bathroom. But then like TNA, they will leave that thing like in the luggage for like a year, and then next time you not even thinking about it, somebody cashed in. So
yeah, I like that.
I think I missed a Decay promo. So I don't know. I definitely I remember it, but I don't think I wrote it down. I definitely like the Decay though. I am ready for them to get those doggone belts.
God.
I just want them to get those.
God. I love. Now, mine. I always wanted Cody Steve the Terror Sadistic, but the Terror Sadistic and having a little clan with the whole thing with a Vince in there, that thing he fits right into that too. Then you got the female just screaming decay all the time. That I love that. I love that whole thing they got right there. That I like. They put that together. What a thing of that. I mean, eventually, Crazy Steve is going to get sadistic. You know what I'm saying? That was going to have to happen to change his character. But to put it as a group like this, I like this.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely like it. I still want them to change the business mask. I'm so done with that mask.
You just tired of man.
I'm so I feel like it brought a little bit of like the old school Abyss back a little bit when he joined this whole like faction thing.
Yeah,
I also feel like, I don't know how y'all feel about this. I feel like eventually when Rosemary starts to say decay, something's gonna happen. I don't know what it's gonna be, but like I feel like that's kind of gonna be like a calling card for something. But Casey, thoughts on the Decay? We finally got something from them instead of video packages.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the Decay, but I feel like it's gonna be kind of the same as like the Wyatt family or Elias Sampson, where they keep building them up and keep building them up, but we're not learning anything, we're not getting anything, and we're gonna bury them. It's been a while since this started, and they almost had a feud with the boy, and then TNA was like, "Hey, this is a good storyline. Let's give up on it. Let's just completely give up on it and not do anything." I don't know. I feel like we need to see them more in the ring. I mean, we've been seeing these, vignettes and stuff for weeks, but I mean, unless you really, in professional wrestling, unless you get in the ring, you're gonna get forgotten about. People, the fans are gonna start not to care. It doesn't matter how good your, gimmick is. If you're not in the ring, they're gonna start to not care.
I mean, but wrestling is still based on a build, correct?
Yeah, but if the build is too long, wrestling fans have ADD, is the thing.
But I disagree on one point because we know this, we know Crazy Steve. The problem we had was they didn't have a character. So basically, what they do is character. We already know this in the ring. It's not gonna be nothing special. Just because we said the K now, it's gonna be nothing different. Crazy Steve, we know him in the ring. So the problem was they had was either one of them had a character. Then you add in a female in there, now you got a group. Now you got to get it so people know them as those three. You understand? They only got that covered yet. So now, as we start to get to know them more and more as DK, we already know this in the ring. He ain't going to do nothing special. We don't really see him rushing the ring no time soon. So, as the building the character with these three, I don't think they need to be in the ring that much. You got Big Money. You got, what's the name they got back together? The two clowns.
The bromance.
With the tan. The bromance. You got those two back together. I mean, you get the teams back together that have something to do while you're building the character. So there's no rush to put a bitch back in the ring. We already know what you do. You know what I'm saying? But when you got all these tag teams building up, this I like too. Even though I don't like bromance at all. But the fact that they, as a team, they were good. You can't deny that.
Yeah, and I feel like it's one of those things where like it's not like they didn't they put it's not like they haven't been in the ring in like 2 months. They put them in the ring for like solid straight consecutive weeks, over and over and over again, especially when they were roaming around the titles. And I think I don't know. I just think it's kind of a slow build. Like they put them in the ring already, but they're trying to put them back in the title picture, which technically I guess they never left. And plus they were building on that vignette that we've been seeing over the past 3 weeks too. Even if it was just putting more of the music video in it. But let's get into the matches. We started off with a match tonight, which I think for some reason when you start off with a match, I think it makes the show feel bigger. For some reason, tonight's show just felt big. It felt like I don't know if it felt like a pay-per-view, but it felt like something special to me.
I'm going to tell you what. My man was on commentary today. What's his name? Jerry Bullock. What's his name? Bullock? What's his name?
Yeah, Jerry Bullock.
He's nice. He is nice in commentary. Because when you turn it on and listen to him, it sounds realistic. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like when you turn on a regular sports show, a person be talking it on a commentary. That's how they sound. But when you turn on Pope, he's more of a entertainment type commentary. You understand? So when you put my man in there, it sounds more. He's running on facts. He's running on stuff that you ain't heard in so long. You know what I'm saying? Because Josh don't know. You know what I'm saying? So when he's saying stuff, he corrected Josh and all that stuff. I love my man like that. He should be on there all the time, for real.
Yeah, I love Pope.
But he's giving more sophistication when you get on that thing.
yeah. I'm surprised that he hasn't gotten a full-time spot anyway for as long as he's been with TNA.
I think probably because he do so much. He probably ain't got time to be doing that. But yeah, you're right, man. If he ever be on the commentary, it'll give you a bigger feel. And then he get up there and he do the thing that the girl was doing. What's her name? She don't do the in-ring thing no more.
Christy Hemme?
Yeah, he do that. He make it sound like a big thing too.
Yeah.
So he'll play all his stuff, man. He'll be playing.
Oh yeah. All right. We started off with 6 Sides of Steel. Jeff Hardy versus EY. I I love this match. I thought it was really good. Really a great way to start the show. I was kind of surprised to start the show, I guess. The fight would start outside the cage, so basically weapons would come into the ring. EY and Bram would use the numbers game to kind of take control. And oh my goodness, I think Eric Young will power drive you anywhere he can. That man power drived Jeff Hardy on the chairs in sitting position, and I'm like, this man will power drive you anywhere and everywhere. Uh, but Jeff Hardy does finally come back to get his revenge, Hardy's revenge. And he goes to the top of the cage, and as he sets up a table, puts EY on it, and we get a swanton bomb through the table for the win. Um, I'm surprised. It looked like Jeff Hardy was a little scared, because usually, he'd get on top of the cage and he'd dance and freaking do all this kind of crazy stuff. But tonight he kind of got up there real quick. He got up there and got down really quick. He was like, I ain't playing games tonight. So I definitely I enjoyed this match. I don't know how long this feud's gonna continue because I obviously EY is leaving soon, so I'm wondering what's gonna happen with that. So I see slowly. I'm surprised they didn't build on this in this match. The kind of breaking up of Bram and EY a little bit. They didn't build on it in this match, which was surprising. But this was a good way to start the show. Also, as Casey's about to give his point, Casey and I have talked about the announcers being back at ringside, and guess what? Casey, thoughts?
This opened the show, which I didn't like. To me, this is similar to when I complain about certain WWE pay-per-views that we've reviewed in the past that have like the World Heavyweight Championship or WWE Championship match really early. I just think when you have a big match like this, especially a match that's been built up, I think it's first match on the card or even early on the card. I think it should be something that you have to wait for because if it's a big match that you're waiting for, and they have it in the first match of the show, what's keeping you into that show then? What's keeping you, if I was waiting for that match, if I was waiting, Jeff Hardy EY, I'm so excited for this match. This is the match I've been looking forward to all week. First match, and then it's done, and then there's the, what's keeping me, into the show. It felt like there wasn't really any other, really big matches that they had set up this week. There were other good matches, but this was the big, 6 sides of steel. Especially, anything that's specific, to TNA would be more of a main event match. But it was a good match. I didn't really notice Jeff looking scared. Maybe he's gotten some sense knocked into him in his old age. I don't know, but definitely a good match. I kind of agree. I thought they would have built up a little bit more of a breakup between Eli and Bram. But I don't know. I thought they would build something up a little bit more with Bobby Roode and James Storm too, considering which was kind of cool because we did see Bobby Roode on both NXT and TNA this week, which was kind of cool. But yeah.
Alrighty, Rabbit, any thoughts?
Man, yeah, I love this match right here, man. But my man did that swanton off the top of that cage, man. I thought he was going. He always doing stuff that's going to end up hurting you, man. You know what I'm saying? For good. So he just getting back. I'm thinking, when he hit that thing at that bottom of that joint, he might be done. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be 10. But I'm gonna tell you right now, man. The baddest, the monster, the beast right now in wrestling is Eli, yeah. It is no way. It's not. First of all, it's not even a move in professional wrestling more devastating than a power drive, right? then there's nobody doing it but him. And you can't tell me about my old man over there doing it, and he ready to do it. You know what I'm talking about? We're not talking about like that. We're talking about where this man does it. If you're in a ring or in a match with him, you can apologize wherever you're at. You know, you're not waiting till we get in the ring, and I'm going to set you up, none of that. If we over here on the concrete, I'm going to apologize to you. If we over here on these steps, I'm going to apologize to you. Man, I seen this guy, he's going to do a variation with this power driver that no one has done ever. Ever. He hit people with a power driver on the side of the steps, off the steps, on the floor. I mean, we do a power driver people be scared to do. Not only the person taking the power driver, the person giving the power driver, they don't want to do that. Too scared to try that. I mean, this man is a beast, man. When you can switch it, power drive somebody on four chains, not being scared of hurting you, and we not scared either. That means you're a beast, man. Everybody in professional wrestling, this is why, see, this comes to the core of why I watch TNA, man. And all wrestling might be entertaining, but when it gets down to wrestling itself, it's some moves that you gotta know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And all wrestling federations and organizations is not gonna let their wrestlers do power drivers. They're just not gonna do it. Not only do they let him do it, they do it any kind of way you want to do it. He is a beast, Slim. There's not a million vicious in that. Now, my man's spear is vicious. He be taking people out of their boots. But when it's really serious, if that was a power driver in his concrete, you go to the hospital, Slim. That power driver is no joke. And if you do it well, man, that's why, right now, Bobby Roode is my favorite wrestler. But, man, I don't know. EY is creeping up on my man real slow. He got the mic. He got the presence. And he's a cold monster, man. He plays professional wrestling. Him and Bobby Roode, man, I don't know. I don't know no more. You know what I'm saying? But EY, man, I'm telling you, he came a long way. A long way to make you forget they flying around with capes on, yeah? He's a cold beast, man. And this match right here, him and my man Hardy, man, this the type of stuff that I love to sit back and watch, man. When you watch clown stuff sometimes, it's entertaining, you might like it. But when you want to watch wrestling, man, this is what you want to see. When I had company over, man, a whole bunch of grown men in the living room, and we trying to wrestle, man, you don't want to see little clown stuff on. This is what you want to see. 6 sides of steel, they can fly off the top of the cage. Swanton. They getting power drive with 4 chairs. That's what you want to see. That's what I like, man. That's what I like. I love this shit. That's what I love. I love this. And Eli, man, he's about to take my man Bobby Roode in a minute. God, he's a beast, man. Cold beast.
Oh yeah, I'm a miss EY when he go to WWE. If he goes to WWE, apparently that's the rumor. Cause that power driver is done once you go to WWE. So I'm gonna miss him when
man.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're gonna do if he does go to WWE. What the plan is, but I'm definitely gonna miss him.
Beast. He came a long way, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alrighty. So next we had the street fight between Lashley and Pope. Pope was kind of coming out pandering to the fans, still putting his wrist tape on. You know, he wasn't prepared. He wasn't ready for Bobby Lashley to come back and ram him in the back of the head, throw that man into the ring and whatnot. Bobby Lashley starting this fight early. Pope does come back with some chairs to the face. Lashley was pretty much dominant through the first part of this match. Pope comes back with the chairs to the face, comes back with the kendo stick, and then he gets hit with a spear by Lashley. And Pope trying to get up, he can barely do it. Lashley continues to spear him. Then EC3 comes out to save the day, and then that would end up having Mike Bennett come out and kind of take EC3 out with the chair, which would eventually end up to that brawl we would get from EC3 and Mike Bennett. But I definitely like this street fight. I think they're really trying to put over Lashley, and I think this is basically telling us that Pope isn't returning to the ring full time. I think a lot of people would be mad watching Pope get beat up like this and say, well, Pope used to be, such a good wrestler and all this, but you got to think from a storyline standpoint and a logical standpoint, Pope hasn't been in the ring in quite some time from what we know. So obviously it would be tough for him to combat a guy who not only has been in the ring but has been in the MMA the realm as well recently. So Casey, any thoughts on this street fight?
It was okay. I hope this isn't the last time we see Pope in the ring. I hope this isn't just a one-time thing. I mean, they could do a thing like they did with Alex Riley, where yeah, he got beat up, but he wasn't gonna just give up. And I I don't know. I feel like they could use somebody like Pope on the roster too. Um, I couldn't take him seriously on commentary as much, but definitely at least part time. Have him come in. If nothing else to help younger guys too, help get younger guys over.
All right, Rabbit, thoughts on the street fight?
Yeah. Now, I was a WCW dude, man. I love WCW. And when Pope used to come on the joint, man, he wasn't really no good wrestler. He was more of a brawler anyway. He never really no stiff in-ring mat, none of that. He was more of a punching, kicking, and all this wild stuff. This was his thing anyway. So he don't really hurt nothing because he was never really no wrestler. So that's his thing. He was a brawler, but his thing was more of his in-ring persona and everything. That's what got him over. Not his wrestling. Never his wrestling. But he was cool though. Man, this match right here, man, my man speared him. I think about 12 times. I mean, he almost, man, that spear when my man tried to hit him with the stick and came off the top of something and caught him in the air. Man, he took a nice spear on that one right there. This was a nice stiff match right here. Then we got EC3 coming out. I understand they want to make EC3 to be some old, what's the name? But for me, I don't think this is position, man. I don't think he fits that. Because he's more of an asshole that they got to love, right? But you can't lose the asshole in him. You know what I'm saying? If you lose that, I don't know what you got. You got to come out saving people now and all that. That's not him, you know? So it doesn't really fit him. It's making him try to be out something that he's just not. And to me, it's messing him up, man. It's taking away from his character. This is not his character. Coming out saving people and being a good guy type stuff. It's all right, everybody started liking him. You want him to switch him to good, but you don't want him to lose his personality. He don't lose his personality trying to be some bad guy, some hard dude, some what my man be calling him ass kicker or something he be calling him. If he try that, he'll lose it. Because that's not what he is, man. He's more of a prick that make you laugh because he always been snarly and nasty to people on a sneak tip, and he's not friends with nobody. People going to love him off that character. Now, if you do it this way, he can't do that character. He can't make somebody think he's about to help him and be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like he used to do, what you expect him to do. You know? Like he did Spur one time. When you think he was about to help Spur, and he switched back on him again. That's how he's supposed to be, because that's his personality. Now, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, he cool and everything, but when you start trying to turn him into Superman, I don't know what you're doing there. And they ain't going to come save everybody. I don't know what that's about. It's not him. So I don't like that part of the whole thing at all. Then to set him up with Miracle, I don't know, that kind of sets him back to me. Because he was in a room, man. He was in a room to be the shining star, the shining emblem to TNA. Now you got him wrestling with somebody just walked into the TNA, so nobody know him. He's really nobody, so you got him arguing him. He's a nobody. Then you got him coming and screaming on matches that he has nothing to do with, which don't fit his personality. So now I don't know what they're doing here. That's your man, though. Do you like how they're going with him now?
I mean, I think, personally, that EC3 is still, and he was robbed. He was robbed. He is still the champ. Darn it, okay? And that's what he deserves to be. He needs a title. He needs a title, you know, first ever undefeated / never been pinned, never been submitted, you know. I think X Division, I think he should just win all the titles. He should win the Knockouts title, dang on it. You know what I mean? Then he could boast about that. Anyway, I think that was actually a good segue. I didn't mean to do it, but it happened. Jade versus Madison Rayne versus Gail Kim for the Knockouts title. And finally, Jade gets her rub, and she is the new Knockouts champion. But I was confused because I thought, and this is just my personal opinion, I thought that Jade was on her own, so the Dollhouse thing was done. But is it? Because she came out with the Dollhouse music, so now I'm kind of confused. But I'm loving the new hair. Loving the new hair from Jade. I think it's very appealing. I like it a lot. And I'm just glad we got a new champion. I think it's about time. I think it felt like it was going back and forth between Terrell and Gail Kim for so long, and now finally, Jade gets her chance. But with help from Maria, so I'm wondering is Maria going to turn into like a manager for her too, or what's going to happen with that? But Casey, thoughts on this?
I was happy with the match. I was happy Jade got her push and kind of finally got the title. It kind of in a way felt like a kind of a passing of the torch type of a thing. Because I think, not just because they're Asian, we're not going to
Racist!
You're the one who was like, they're all Japanese. They're all Japanese.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did. But, I think if that's what they were trying to do, it's a good thing. Because I don't know who else, younger on the Knockout roster would really work, passing the torch. Everyone else that's good is a veteran, and everyone else that is good is only Madison Rayne. So, but yeah, all the other younger knockouts aren't really. I feel like there was something special about Jade, so they're obviously gonna, give her that push.
There's only like 6 now, because Brooke left. I'm pretty sure there's not as many there anymore. But Rabbit, if you are ready. Rabbit, did he leave us? Did he go get some Hardy's revenge? I'm wondering if he got that Hardy's revenge. Okay, we're gonna move on. Then hopefully he'll come back. Let's go to. We got a. This is not necessarily a match, but we're having an open challenge with Beer Money next week. Kind of wondering who that's gonna be, and if it'll be the Decay. I think it was weird. They had like a whole like little thing with the Decay, but there was no match set up with them. It was just like, oh, okay, open challenge, because Any thoughts on who you think that could be, potentially?
They said anybody, anywhere in the world, it's just going to be somebody from TNA or, somebody that's been gone for like a year and they're coming back or, somebody from GFW. It's not going to be anybody like groundbreaking like they try to always build up. But, I'm excited either way. I'm not really sure who, would be a good I got excited, when a new team was coming back and it ended up being the freaking Bromans.
You should be excited when the Bromance comes back. because boom, right? No? All right, then we're going to move on. We're just going to go to the next match. We got the main event of the evening, which is Matt Hardy versus Drew Galloway. And I feel bad because I haven't given you not one match this review. So I'm going to give you this one. And you're going to be like, so it was a match. And Casey, thoughts on that?
I mean, it was a match. And Drew Galloway was in this match. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I feel like he's a nice guy. And like I would let him. I would let him babysit my kids. I would. I don't have any kids, but if I did, I'd be like, yo, hey, you want to babysit my kids?
I honestly don't know why I give you matches anymore at this point. How do I let you host a review? How do you do these things?
I wasn't done. And he was like, I'd be like, yo, what up? You want to go get a beer after after you take care of the kids? We don't want to be drinking while we're watching the kids. It's not a good thing. You don't do that. But after he babysits the kid, what up, brother? After we and the thoughts on the match, because I lost where I was at. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Oh my goodness. I take it Rabbit is trying to get back in. But my thoughts on this match, I thought it was really good. I definitely still am loving the world title picture. I think if you could take TNA, take the TNA world title picture and pull it away from the rest of the company over the past while, especially since EY won the title, which was 2 years ago now, which is crazy to think about. It's crazy to think it's been really good, really solid. Really solid. It's been really good. It really has. I've definitely enjoyed it. I don't know. I don't think that's how it works. But anyway, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed this match. I think the only issue I'm having with TNA's consistency and storylines elsewhere, but the title picture, because the world title picture has been solid for a solid at least 2 years. But I didn't realize that Tyrus had declared to be eligible or whatever to be in the match.
I was like, wait, what?
I thought it was funny. They were like, so he's gotta tell him before the match. We've been talking about this all night, and I'm like, no, that was the first time you mentioned that actually, Josh. So Joshua, that is strike two. That is strike two. You got one more. You got one more, Josh. You got one more. Look into my eyes, Josh. I gotta say it, because when EY leaves, I can't say it no more. Anyway, because it's kind of sad I can't even turn the lights off anymore because the King of the Night don't come in the room and whatnot. But anyway, but attacked Galloway from under the ring. Then Jeff Hardy would come out after kind of numbers game would kind of rear its ugly head, I guess, and Jeff Hardy would come out and get some more revenge, as you say. The diving elbow was caught by a Future Shock DDT, which was beautiful. Oh my god. I don't know what it is about this Future Shock in TNA, but it looks freaking terrific. I don't remember it looking that good when it was in WWE, but maybe that's just me not paying attention. Just the fade by Hardy, my goodness, it killed him. By God King. Because that sell was one of the greatest things I've seen this week. Because my goodness, he dropped him on his head, if you were playing the TNA game. But Galloway versus a second twist of fate and locks in the Iron Maiden. Maiden? I don't know how to spell it, but I know how to say it. Definitely like that. I think Matt Hardy maybe tapped out a little bit too soon, but it's okay because Matt Hardy is still iconic. So that's all that really matters.
What?
I can't say it again. I can't. My throat. Can't do. But but I definitely thought this was a good show. I think the promos actually turned out to be pretty good. I think it was some of the not video packages, but some of the promos were kind of hit and miss. But the ones that were good were really good. And hello, can I? What can I? Anyway, anyway, that's just actually, you know what? That's a theme song. That's a theme song for the video. So, get used to it. But we will see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. There's more TNA stuff coming. We got NXT coming tomorrow, hopefully.
Wasn't gonna be today, but somebody ain't watched it yet.
Because I never watch it on Thursdays. I made this quite clear. Anyway, got him roasted. I didn't just high five myself. It was random guy over there. He came in. Boop. Yep. Anyway, we will see you guys later. Be sure to subscribe. Peace.